Say hi.
That
The
was the future
wanted to say
talking
hi.
to you.
Oh, what's up, Jake? Future.
Yeah.
Did you want to say hi to Billy?
What's up, Billy?
There we go. Nice. Oh, you don't have headphones on, Billy.
Dad, I'm just gonna run to the bathroom before we start.
Wait, are you joking?
No. Do you want me to hold it?
No,
No,
it's
that's
just
fine.
we're
There's a
going
bit of that
through
going
something.
around.
Hank has had to go diarrhea twice during the show.
No, this is just number one.
Oh, okay. All right. It's a bathroom show.
It is, yeah.
Are we recording?
Piss dogs.
So perfect. Keep it in there. Oh, man. Do you got to go to the bathroom? Can we? The gang gets diarrhea.
This is March.
How are you guys doing?
Dude, my stomach is
I
fucking
mean,
steel trap.
all the talk about diarrhea kind of makes me think I might have to do it
When-
myself.
when
I
you're
think
s-
it's just placebo effect.
My stomach is like a fucking garbage dump.
Hank's the canary.
So it's used to this.
When Hank has diarrhea, everybody gets it.
Yeah, he's the canary in the coal mine.
I'm gonna. How do you think Rothstein's gonna get awkward when I tell him it was a good stream?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give it a shot. We're recording this. Yeah, we might as well. No, I can't hear it.
Hey, everyone.
Everyone, shh, shh, shh.
Oh, he flushed. I didn't hear hand wash. Did you hear hand wash?
All right, we're
Some
back.
Pillow. Did you just wipe your hands with a pillow?
No, I just bring in a pillow in case we need a prop.
Oh, okay. That was a solid stream, dude. You sound healthy.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Did you wash your hands?
Wash my hands. It was
right.
like Tom Hanks and Cat. It was like Tom Hanks in A League of Their Own.
All right.
That's kind of a beta move, though, to wash your hands after you pee.
Yeah, sure. Especially when you're in the bubble. Like,
Yeah.
you can't go anywhere.
You can't go anywhere. No, I don't want to. Obviously, I don't want to peak too soon, but we'll save it for air.
All right, okay, here we go. Well, we're gonna run all this. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It is time. Our good friend John Rothstein. 1 year ago, probably today or tomorrow, you were
Yeah.
in this studio. The cancellation of the NCAA tournament. You said to us, "This is only temporary," and
Yes.
boy, was that true. Because now we're sitting here, John, with a bracket. We're holding
right.
a bracket. We feel the bracket. It's the best time of the year. I'm so excited to see you. Where do you want to start? This is your show.
Guys, I just want to say it's just great to be here with you on a tradition unlike any other, our Selection Sunday breakdown, where we get set to obviously embark on an NCAA tournament unlike anything we've ever seen before. You know, I've been here in the Indianapolis controlled environment, aka the bubble, since Friday. The protocols are intense. Obviously, everything is isolated, you know, and I'm really just curious to take in this experience here over the next couple of weeks, which again is going to be unlike anything I've ever been a part of.
Do we have any new John Rothsteinisms that we're going to be debuting this year? The people want to know. Because as you said, it's a year unlike any other. So I feel like there might be a couple lines that you need to drop just to kind of let us know just how special this year is going to be.
Yeah, I've added a few this year, which you guys know. I feel a little bit guilty about the one-liner and tagline that I kind of created for Oklahoma, because ever since I started dropping Lon Corleone after Oklahoma won games, like they've went on this abysmal losing streak. So like I kind of feel like if I ever went to Norman, I'd be viewed as like Barzini.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like
Breaks my heart. It was you.
downhill. Like,
Yeah.
because I was watching, obviously, their game against Alabama. They're shorthanded. They don't have, obviously, a couple of starters. You know, no Brady Manick, no Alondas Williams. And then all of a sudden, like, you know, really, they really start going on a downward trajectory. So I feel like there was the jinx of Lon Corleone.
Yeah. What about the jinx of Greg Gard, the silent assassin? Has he?
Well, I think
his
there's
whole-
other things that go into that jinx, but I will say that I am interested to see the age and the experience of Wisconsin against North Carolina.
No,
in the round of-
John. No, John. They're not a good team this year. Sometimes you have to just, as a fan, you got to admit when you don't have a good team. I'm not excited for that game. Have you broken down? Wait, give us a couple more Rothsteinisms that you've created this year.
I mean, there's so many. I mean, we have Illinois basketball. Here comes the pain. Now, you'll appreciate this. That originated because there's a couple of days, like, you know, like around the holidays where there's not as many games and you might like have an opportunity to like be in a situation where, you know, you can like watch a movie or you can just feel like a regular civilian for a couple hours. So, you know, I'm a big fan of like the Pacino movies. So one of the more underrated Pacino movies was always Carlito's Way. I always thought Carlito Brigante was just a very, very underrated, you know, Pacino character. You know, he's obviously, I'm not the biggest David Kleinfeld fan, although he could like Sean Penn in that movie kind of resembles like PMT a little bit, just
Okay.
from what I've so far.
Okay.
So, in that movie, if you remember early on, like there's a couple of guys trying to whack out, Al Pacino. And, he obviously, goes and he fights them off or whatever in that pool hall, but he screams, "Here comes the pain." So I was watching Illinois early in the season and they were just eviscerating their opponents. And I was like, just thinking, I was like, there's so much pain in Champaign when this team plays. And I was like, wait a minute, there might be something there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then all of a sudden I was like, well, what if, we can make it different where it's PAIGN and it was just gold. And then also another thing too, and then it obviously coincided with Alabama's renaissance is like, one of the big things in My Cousin Vinny was obviously the fact that you had guys from New York going to Alabama in the movie. One of them was Ralph Macchio. The other was Joe Pesci. And like Nate Oates wasn't from New York, but he's from Buffalo. But, Alabama fans are extremely passionate for basketball. So I dropped My Cousin Vinny and, the rest is history. When it's shorter on Twitter, it's better.
Yeah, I mean, Utah, you could do like the two Utes. That would be good too. Or if you like Pacino, you could do a Serpico one, but for Purdue, where it's like Purdue. It's like Serpico because you watch it for 3 hours and absolutely nothing happens.
Well, interesting, but I also think that we have to leave Purdue alone because they have Death Taxes Matt Painter, which obviously was that was the handoff from the Bo Ryan one.
What about for Nate Oates when he today he sowed his wild oats right in LSU's face?
It's interesting. What a dramatic finish in that game.
You changed the subject very quickly there. That was
exactly.
Pro.
Well,
by the way, I haven't seen a Reebok sweatshirt since Allen Iverson signed their
you
deal
like
in
it?
19.
Yeah,
No,
the
it's
answer.
good. It stands out. It's good. Yeah, the answer.
Yeah.
So what about that opening round matchup, the first four, the Michigan State, and they're playing against UCLA? Those are two guys that you love to drop your little Rothstein-isms about. So are you going to do who are you rooting for? Are you rooting to tweet out January, February, Izzo? Or are you rooting to tweet out, was it Mick Cronin as consistent as a few good men on a rainy Sunday?
On a rainy Sunday. Yeah, I don't root because I know either way out of this game, I'm going to be able to get a one-liner on Twitter.
Yeah.
So it's like, either way, you're moving the chains, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
You need to create a one-liner for the bubble.
Just a one-liner for the bubble.
Well,
I think it'll
something,
come.
something that is like the bubble,
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you an example. Like so many thoughts were going through my head when I got this assignment, but my mind went to one place when I found out that this was going to be a possibility. You remember the opening scene of Rambo 2 when Rambo's in prison and Colonel Troutman goes and it's like, John, a computer dug up your name as one of 3 most likely to complete the mission. Because I was like, this isn't an assignment, it's a mission. It's 25 days in an enclosed environment. There's 3 places I can be, guys. I can be in this hotel room. I can be in the convention center where, teams are going to practice and I'm going to have my own setup where I can do hits from for CBS and Turner, or I can be at a game site. And that's it for 24 days. There's no haircuts. There's no going to pick up food. There's no going to the gym. There's no going for runs. It's pretty much just straight college basketball. And on Thursday when we kick it off, 67 games in 18 days.
Hold on. What you just described, this isn't a mission for you. This is heaven.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying it so far.
No, but this is you have eliminated the entire world except for college basketball. If John Rothstein could make his own heaven, it would be the bubble in Indianapolis.
And believe it or not, and you'll appreciate this, I went down, got some COVID testing early because I'm going into quarantine right now because obviously it gets situated and there's tight protocols. Bo Borowski's in my hotel.
Oh, fuck him, John. You should have kicked him in the nuts.
Yeah, so get this. So Bo Borowski's in my hotel. I'm waiting for a COVID test and there's Bo Borowski. But here's the interesting thing, Kat, and you'll appreciate this. Years ago, I was asked to MC one of my best friend's weddings in Newport. Nice wedding,
Whoa.
Labor Day wedding. It was a cool deal. All of a sudden, I'm getting ready to do the intros, and I'm going full throttle on the intros. I'm kind of throwing this out or whatever, where it's the 1998 Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Did you listed their height and weight as they walked out on the dance floor?
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. But Kat and PFD, here's the best thing. Before I got into the intros, I did a little Michael Buffer. I was Newport, Rhode Island, are you ready? And I was Newport, Rhode Island, are you ready? And then instead of saying, let's get rid of the Rumble, I dropped the Heath Ledger line. And I said, in the words of the late Heath Ledger, as the Joker circa 1998 in The Dark Knight, and here we go. So I do that, and I get obviously everything going. But then there's Bo Borowski at a wedding. And he's like, and he knew he was obviously friends with the bride, and we started talking. And then like earlier tonight, I'm getting ready to do a hit for CBS, and who do I see? It's Bo Borowski. And I was thinking like, do I make a topic about the stoppage and play during the Wisconsin-Iowa game?
Yes.
And going to the monitor.
Yes.
I mean, seriously, like there was like a scene right there in that game where like you had a great Big Ten game. And honestly, it was ruined like the people who decided to make The Godfather Part 3.
Yes, there it is. That's a great Bo Borowski story, and I would love to
by
see
the
you
way,
MC a wedding. Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, no, I look forward to more MC opportunities if I can. But seriously, since we're on the topic, like when it comes down to like the Godfather series, I'm like kind of like convincing myself that like it stops with 1 and 2. First of all, you think about this. They never really explain the incestual relationship in Godfather 3. Like between Andy Garcia and Michael Corleone's daughter. That's one thing. And then the second thing is like, why in an essence, if you're going to whack somebody out, do you have to kill them with a poison cannoli?
Yeah.
Because it's cool. Like, honestly, because you remember it, right?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. But I just thought it could have been a little bit different.
I realized that I did say, John, this is your show. Take it wherever you want. And I probably shouldn't have done that.
You just gave him, carte blanche. Let's talk about 1980s cinema. Which I'm actually here for, and let's get back to what Big Cat brought up a second ago.
But before we get to the bracket,
no, this is not bracket stuff.
No.
I want to know,
John.
I want to know what you would be doing differently if you weren't in the bubble, because as Big Cat says, it sounds like you're heaven.
It is.
Isn't this what you do every March?
Yeah, it's just a little bit different, guys, because the proximity to everything is closer. Like, like I'd be going to the studio in New York, and now I'm just like walking down the block. Like everything is just so close and obviously tight. It's more convenient.
Yeah, no, this is.
That's it. Nonstop, 24/7.